My name's Michael Render. They call me Killer Mike. And this is Conversate. I just want to conversate. I just want to conversate with you. I want to convert. Conversate. Welcome to Conversate.
Yeah.
I am Killer Mike.
Cutmaster Swiff.
Big Bear.
And today, this week, we have somebody that gave me some of the best advice as I was watching one of his interviews. He was like, Killer Mike piped up on the Michael album. This motherfucker is seriously one of the illest lyricists today, and he needs to start swinging his tail on niggas. And I want to appreciate that because as my features have shown niggas, he wasn't lying. I'm taxing y'all niggas' asses out there, man. Shouts out to my man, DJ Hed, man. Thank you.
We out here.
Man, tell him.
Hey, no, I just feel like you don't pop your shit enough. You be humble. Like, you lost your mind at the Grammys, but...
They locked my black ass
Right on out of him.
Nah, you lost your mind, but I think, you know, when you want those things, it's cool to act like you don't.
Yeah.
And I was just having that conversation with Push when I had clips on my show. He was like, "No, I'm not acting shy about it. Like, I want that. Like, I want those.
Yeah.
I want my accolades. You know what I mean? So I think that people like yourself have been humble for a very long time. You know, you don't really get out of pocket. You don't really pop your shit a lot. And I think you should do more of it. And also for context, like I came up a certain way, and it was always cool to be the laid back, non-flamboyant person, because especially like in the streets,
flamboyance can get you killed, Nick.
And robbed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm not even talking about when it comes to jewelry, pieces, cars, none of that. It's just, if you have a certain skill set, I believe that it's ordained and it's God-given. It's a talent.
Yeah.
And so, but also people play with you like you ain't like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and I just think that, like, I remember when I was around, because my big homie G Malone, who you know very well.
That's my brother, man.
We came in the game together, and we were signed to Cash Money. And I remember nobody was calling Wayne the greatest rapper alive until Wayne said, I'm the greatest rapper alive. And then I don't know how it was out here, but on the West Coast, we didn't call Tip the King of the South until he called himself the King of the South.
Atlanta went crazy. And God damn, it went crazy.
So I'm just saying, no, what that taught me coming up young in the game was nobody gonna give you shit.
Yeah.
And also reading books and studying like philosophy and whatnot. Power is not given, it's taken.
Absolutely.
And so I just want people like yourself, if you really like that, let niggas know.
Boy, well, y'all niggas gonna catch hell next year, boy. Cause I got some for y'all suck ass niggas.
He from the suburb.
We all cool. I'm from the suburb, nigga. I'm from Alabama. I hate you niggas.
Man,
boy,
you from Collier Heights, man.
Hey,
I'm laughing. He's talking down. He's talking this shit. I'm like, that nigga from the
Jack and these
suburb.
niggas grew up across the street from the stadium in the ghetto. They be thinking they the only one really from Atlanta.
Don't be talking about my people.
Shouts out to people who push that line. Shouts out to Malice too.
Facts.
That new clip out, Malice is man.
Facts.
You could tell who sold dope for real. And not that other people hadn't, but my granddad told me when I was a kid, and he said, hey man, you don't want to kill nobody because they stay with you forever. My grandfather, we know one person left Earth because of him, possibly two.
Bert?
But yeah, Bert. Yeah, he was 14 years old. Somebody rode his bike to church. Somebody kicked his bike down. He got on his bike, rolled home, came back with his rifle, shot the man down. And so
that's what's wrong with you, boy.
But I say that just to say, you know, hey man, be who you are. But you grew up in Carson.
Yeah, I'm from Carson, California.
So give me the difference in Carson.
Well, to be honest with you, I consider myself to be what we call from the East Side.
Okay, give me that.
So
Talk that talk.
If you're not from LA, you don't really know the lingo or whatever. But the East Side, so everybody knows the 110 freeway that goes by the Staples Center. We still call it that.
Yeah.
But it's really Broadway. It's a street that runs parallel to the 110 freeway.
Yeah.
The west of that is what we call the West Side. The east of that is what we call the East Side. And how I guess from a I just explained this to the homie, but from a film standpoint, if you watch Boys in the Hood, with one of your favorites, Ice Cube.
Hey man.
If you watch Boys in the Hood, that kind of shows you what life is like on the West Side. If you watch Menace to Society, that what shows you life like on the east side.
Really?
God.
Yeah.
For sure, 1,000%. Now that I think about it.
Yeah.
So the west side, you got
The west side is like South Central, Inglewood.
Yeah.
You from the east side?
Yeah, you would be east side. nigga. The east side, the east side
You from the east side?
the west side, Inglewood, South Central, etc. Like over there, and then the east side is like Compton, Watts,
little wild.
and Carson, Long Beach, Low Bottoms. Like,
look, the one time I went to Carson, and I've been several times, but the first time I went to Carson was a repast for a funeral of one of the little young homies from Compton, JJ's son.
Yeah.
And I'm standing at the repast, and I'm like, there's boats in the yard, and
yeah,
I'm like, this Compton?
but they don't work.
And then the homie's like, like, no, this Carson. This Carson, 5 square miles this way, 5 square miles this way, this such a hood. I was like, oh, that's why they call y'all the rich Crips.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Well,
but-
Is it really that different though? Are they really?
So the difference is in Los Angeles in general, in LA County, you'll be in a hood and not know you in a hood.
for sure.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Whether you in the on the west side and in the 60s, or you could be in Carson, it's $600,000 houses
$1 million houses.
in my
Yeah.
neighborhood, and it might be some shit over there.
For sure,
You know what I'm
for sure.
saying? Like,
1,000%.
you know what I mean? Like, whereas
Yeah.
like you go to Atlanta, like I was just in Detroit with Royce, and like
Yeah, you know you in the
you know you in the
Goddamn
hood
sure do.
just by the scenery, you know.
Yeah.
So it definitely is a unique market in that way.
Shout
but-
out to Demetrius Ship Jr.
Shout out
and
to Meech.
Senior.
Shouts to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of the Meeches.
I owe a lot to Los Angeles stylistically. My shouts out to my great grandma, God bless the dead, Miss Maddie Pryor, my cousin Antoine. He grew up in Dixie Hills and he moved to East Los Angeles, weirdly enough. Ended up American Mexican woman, had beautiful children together, and my cousin since passed. I think he had MS. But his life was radically different than his brothers, because his brothers grew up in one of the hardest hoods in Atlanta. Like growing up in Dixie Hills puts you, it's back. But it's only a mile away from the neighborhood I grew up. The neighborhood I grew up was mixed. He had everything from very rich black folks to working class folks like my grandparents. But I remember talking to my cousin, like I thought everything was NW. I was like, man, it's like NW. He was like, no, it's not like that where I'm at. But a young Ice Cube, a young O'Shea Jackson, stylistically, because a lot of times rap, and because we're only 51 years old now, rap is just starting to mature to the point where we appreciate in retrospect what it is. And if you claim to love Los Angeles rap, you got to understand that it's older than 10 and even 20 years old. It's older than the Chronic. It's older than that. So, it is, and I say it's older than that because, man, when you hear NWA, when you hear Above the Law, when you hear King T, when you hear Mad Circle, you start to hear even the sounds were different. There was variations, but I heard a young Ice Cube, and it just changed my life. His tone was something that I could imitate and emulate, because my voice was already, I was like, oh, so I can be a rapper. At this time, it was just New York and LA.
Back.
The closest thing you had to that was Miami.
The
with the
South
boot
didn't have
shaking.
nothing to say yet.
Yeah, we had something to say. We didn't know how to say it. We didn't know how to say it, but
And if we did say it, it wasn't going
didn't
past
nobody
the
give a
South.
damn. Yeah,
it
nobody
wasn't
give a
going
shit.
past South Carolina.
But Ice Cube, man, for all the flack that people try to give him now, you wouldn't have conscious gangster music without him. You wouldn't have, tipped in the Trap Museum, it says, Killer Mike's Monster first attempt at making a conscious trap album. You wouldn't have never had me. So I got to give big props to the homie. But man, if you wouldn't have had Dub C and Mad Circle, if you wouldn't have had Compton's Most Wanted, if you wouldn't have had the beef between Quick and MC8, if you wouldn't have had that, man, you missed some great music.
A lot of stuff.
What talk about
Playership from Ice-T.
Oh man,
That was
Six in the morning. 6 in the morning.
Yeah. Holy Sat My
What's
Dough.
crazy is this is probably gonna get me murdered on the
No,
internet.
it's not.
Let's not get you killed.
On the internet. No, it's the truth.
oh,
It's the truth. I didn't like our music growing up.
I can understand that.
Hold on, I can't understand it.
I can't,
Hold on,
because I didn't like a lot of our music.
I didn't like our music growing up, and a lot of my love and my passion for my region and the West Coast came as I became older and understood.
Yeah.
I didn't know what Ice was talking about. I didn't know what Q was talking about, because one, this is an argument I had with Bootleg Kev one time. We got into it because he's like, you don't know Wu-Tang, you don't know. I was like, Kev, I couldn't afford the music.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? I couldn't afford to buy CDs. I couldn't. My first Like I think I got.
So what was you listening to?
I was listening to whatever was passively given to me by mainstream media.
Gotcha.
What via MTV when I go to the homie's house who had cable.
Or what you heard on the radio.
Or what I heard on the radio when we had a car.
Gotcha.
I didn't have nothing. We was homeless. Like,
gotcha.
So we was on welfare till I turned 18. They kicked me off of welfare. Like, so I didn't understand none of our shit until I was damn near an adult. I went through everything.
Yeah.
I was around gang violence. I understood substance abuse. I understood all of the things that came along with it. But while everybody is listening to it, I'm living it.
Yeah.
So I didn't necessarily like it because it just reminded me of
your conditions,
my fucked up conditions. You know what I mean? So I didn't like it. It was, and then also the other part of it is I couldn't relate to it. So that's why, like, me and Dot, kind of relate. It's like the good kid, mad city type thing. I've never been in a gang. I've never been arrested. I don't have any felonies. I have 800 credit score. I don't have kids. I've never been married, never been divorced. I don't beat women, never had a case.
So you're white.
Off welfare.
You're Ramsey. you're
off welfare.
I don't smoke. I don't drink. Never have. I never taken a drug in my life. I don't do none of it. So when you talking about like a square, I'm the definition I'm a real geek, video game playing. I build gaming PCs. Like I'm a licensed developer. Like when you talking about like all this shit going on outside, I'm the good kid in Mass City looking out the window at my homies and my cousins and my people participating. But I also had a cousin, shout out to my cousin Brandon, who's doing life because he, was outside in the mix. So I have a lot of these things where the music was depicting stuff that I resented because it was tumultuous. I grew up in a very tumultuous environment on the east side.
It's important you say that to me because, like my cousin Antoine, like I said, was rougher here. He chose to go live with our great grandmother out there, and his life decidedly was different. But I could tell when we was kids, I used to be in Dixie Hills when I would go spend the night. I wanted to see it, but he never wanted.
I didn't want, bro. My cousin Ian, he lived in what we call Southside. He lived in Compton, right across the street from Southside Park on Chester. I used to hate going to the park with them because they would, it was Compton.
Shit, we're gonna jump off.
It was Compton. Like it was just that's what it was. And I spend my summers in Compton with Ian and my family over there, and it's just like. I didn't like that shit because it was like I'm scared, nigga. I'm like, bro,
some shit.
That's where Pun from.
Pun from over there.
Shout out to Pun.
So like, anyway, long story short, I didn't like none of our music until I got older, and I was able to understand that you don't necessarily have to be, because I'm thinking it's real.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that you probably understood later on in the music business. I didn't know this shit was WWE.
Yeah. That's a great description.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
great description of WWE.
I thought this nigga was really the Predator.
Yeah.
Like I thought niggas was doing kick those. Like I was like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Then I started to understand like, oh no, there's truth in the music. But it's an art form as well. And then when I got to appreciate the art form of hip hop is when I became vigilant.
Yeah, Picasso has, I can't remember the quote. I got to find it so we can put it up at the end. But art is a lie that tells the truth. And I can remember having to ride with my dad, who had been a fucking police officer, and play Ice-T's 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Because I spazzed because my uncle lost my tape. My old man went and bought me the tape from Turtles. I'm like, hell yeah, I got my tape back. He said, put it in. And I was like, you know how the record stopped?
Yeah.
God damn. I would have been comfortable playing it for my mom because, but I had to play 6 a.m, police at my door.
Yeah,
Fresh CDs squeaking across the bathroom floor. Out the back windows where I made my escape. Didn't even have the chance to grab my old school tape. Mad with no music had to be free because the streets to a player is the place to be. I was like, my nigga, it drove me crazy, but I can see.
But then
what?
But then when I got into it went real fast. I went straight from Nelly to Marshall Mathers LP.
Nelly?
Well, I'm saying because that was what I was seeing on radio and TV or whatever. But I'm just saying like it goes from you seeing what's mainstream being fed to you. Right, country grammar, etc.
Yeah.
Now I'm like,
18, 19,
bitch,
20.
I'm gonna kill you. You don't want to fuck with me, bitches too. You ain't nothing but it's like, you know what I'm saying?
You
then
like 19 to 20 then, right? Maybe.
Hell no. This is like I'm in high school.
Yeah, he's 9 years younger
Okay.
than me.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm like going 9th grade type shit.
I get you.
Yeah.
So like that's kind of
So what is LA
Dr.
like?
Dre 2001.
So there always gonna be more squares, right?
Yes.
So I'm like I tell kids, man, be cool but play square. Be lame but play.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Play square. But there are more kids. What's it like for an LA kid, for a good kid in a mad city, and why don't we get? Well, I know why we don't get. There's an incentive to push the other narrative because it makes money for companies. But where's because you're a brave son of a gun, man. You don't really back down.
No.
You make statements, you put them out there. I think you do dope, carry guns and everything, but you just an honest.
He proud of who he is.
I'm just a man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So give me that.
I stand on man, but also to be fair, I was taught manhood by street niggas.
100%.
So-
And what's that look like?
Honor code, stand on your word, be a man of your word, go to the problem, don't let the problem come to you. Like I was taught these things. Like, so coming up,
Yeah.
I had uncles and whatnot. They was in outside doing.
Where's
they
your
was
family from before Carson?
My mom's family is from Compton. My dad's family from Linwood. I don't know if you're familiar, but it's
I am, but before California, you guys generational California. So a lot of people.
my grandma from Mississippi.
Okay, that's what I want to know.
Yeah, my
Okay.
grandma from Mississippi, and my dad, I think his family from the Louisiana.
Yeah, because country folks tend to be very stern about. Like, that's one thing I recognize about LA. I used to be like, why are they hyper violent? But I got some cousins in Alabama. If you step on their toe and don't say excuse me, there's gonna be some fighting and shooting because it ain't even about the Jordan you stepped on. It's in the fact that you disrespected me.
Fighting and shooting.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Over some, and I used to think, man, they nigga but it was about manhood. So a lot of times when I see LA guys, I understand the mutation of that country honor code into what I consider hyper violence.
From our lens, I always just talk respect.
Yeah.
That's it's just respect. I don't disrespect anyone. If anything, I only respond. I never initiate the problem. Grandma, your family obviously don't start no problem but finish it.
Yeah.
So for me, I don't necessarily retaliate. I don't try to initiate any issues. I just try to navigate it in a way that is honorable and respectful.
Yeah.
I try to be respectful to everybody, even when I'm being disrespected.
Yeah.
I don't disrespect anyone. But I had to learn that discernment over time. So for us, the code is not necessarily. Glasses always call me a street nigga. He's like, you a street nigga, cuz I'm telling you because and I'm like, because it's the way you conduct yourself.
Yeah. I'd be inclined to agree. And I mean the best parts for street nigga.
I get it now.
Yeah, not a slime ball, but a street nigga, you can honestly, they'll come, hey man, let's talk this out. This is why I was offended. This is what, and because they understand violence brings more violence. And you seem to kind of get.
I want to de-escalate.
You more corporate street.
I want to de-escalate at all times.
I'm just like him with the bullshit.
But I also, like I said, I was taught certain values and principles by these individuals who understood consequences for your actions.
Let me ask you something. Does the place where you grew up, your community, are they protective of you?
Oh yeah.
1,000%.
Yeah.
So yeah, you are a street dude.
You worked at a dangerous place though. You worked at TMZ. Like I done seen.
Is that how you got started?
Nah.
How did you get started?
Well, first I went to school for radio. The homies would make fun of me. They call me Head because I make fun of my head or whatever, right? But they say my voice been like this since middle school.
Yeah, great voice.
So they was like, thank you. They said like I sound like I got a mortgage and 2 kids in 9th grade.
You sound like that in 9th grade?
In 9th grade.
Oh, so
That
you
nigga
fucking
sound
old
like
woman.
Allstate man.
You around that fucking old lady.
Hey, when I was 19,
How old was she?
31.
I was 15, she was 22.
She made me a man. Shout out to
What she do?
man Araceli from Long Beach.
What
made
she
me
do?
a man, bro.
Made
She
you
made you. What's her name?
Araceli. She's a Mexican woman. Yeah, I fuck with her. Mexican woman.
She around?
Huh? Now I looked for her for 10 years.
Damn.
I was saying her name on the radio and everything,
you
trying to
ain't.
find that.
You
What?
lying.
Man, listen. Anyway,
My son just turned 19. I think I'm gonna let him hang out with him.
Yeah, let him do it, man. One of my mama friends took me up through there. God bless her soul.
hey, God bless
her,
everybody.
Yeah.
So no, I went to.
Ariella, shouts out, man. You gotta bring that taco home, baby.
Damn.
I went to community college for radio broadcasting because I wanted to be in radio, and I was like, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm willing to be homeless for this shit. So I just wanted to be on the radio and building that up, and then my show got popular, and then me and Chuck Dizzle built Homegrown Radio, And then I got hired in iHeart in 2015.
What year was this?
This is 2000. So we built Homegrown Radio from 2009 to about like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So about 2009 to like 2020-ish, right? And we did we did the first K-Dot. I did the interview on my show where K-Dot changed his name to Kendrick Lamar. That was we did that on our show. Like he's officially changing his name. So that was early years. You know, everybody would come on our show.
That's what I think I remember you from. I think Yellow Wolf did your show.
I don't remember.
2011 or something like that.
Yeah, we did. We was doing out the house.
So you had Ab, you had K-Dot.
Everybody.
You had one of my favorites in Ab, and then Schoolboy Q is also a favorite. Didn't y'all have a funk or something for a second?
Me and Q?
Yeah.
Nah.
Oh, y'all was, okay.
Oh, no. Q kicked me out the studio one time.
Yeah, what happened?
Because
I think his style is just, I think, so underrated and so amazing.
I fuck with him too.
Yeah, man.
I'm very honest with the homies, especially the people that I know are great.
Yeah.
And so, like, if you ever invite me to a studio session, I'm not going to say nothing unless you ask me. Gotcha. If you ask me, though, you can't dictate how I answer your question.
Yeah, that's true.
So everybody knows that I'm very critical, especially the homies.
So this nigga KP.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't sugarcoat nothing.
Okay.
I don't believe in that. I don't wrap presents when I give them to my mom for Christmas. So why am I gonna gift wrap something for you in the studio?
I feel I don't
So-
need shit.
So you were here with Q.
And he was like, hey, I'm finna record. You gonna have to roll. I was like, okay.
Oh, he didn't even let you stay?
Nah.
You know, a lot of times as artists, though, when you getting the idea out, you don't want the homie that'll be hyper. Like KP is a world famous A&R, Outkast, Goody Mob, TLC. He's my big bro. We both Aries, but sometimes I don't want KP in the room when I'm recording because I'm like, the idea too fresh. I haven't flushed it out, and I don't want KP to, because
it's like that baby fresh out the womb. That motherfucker ugly.
KP will take your confidence, man. KP be like,
That's an ugly
KP
baby.
just look at you like, the fuck you doing? It's just like, what?
Yeah, I don't know how to
Actually,
hide
he don't
my
even
face.
say that. He just look at you. That's what fucks you up.
Yeah.
Or he just don't say what you think
But
he gonna
especially
say.
when it's brotherhood, though, you know, I get it. I wasn't offended. It's just like, I was like, all right, for sure. I'll see you. I'll be back, nigga.
Hey, there's an online cannabis company coming to you, and it's called Mood. It's called Mood because they give you gummies, and those gummies help with all type of moods you may have. Helps with everything from just brightening up, having a euphoric day, sexually provocative, makes you in the mood. But if you use the promo code Killer Mike at mood.com and Killer Mike in all caps, you get 20% off your first order. That's right. These things have been manufactured, flour and gummies, to make sure that you're in the mood that you want. Federally legal, so it drops at your door after order. And what's the coolest part of it? 20% off. First time users act. First time, put Killer Mike in all caps, 20% off. Next thing you know, you get flour or gummies, federally legal, to your door to help you with your moods, help you feel sexually aroused, helps you feel uplifted and euphoric. Mood.com. Mood.com is addressing your cannabis needs right now. Mood.com is doing it legally. They're doing it safely because it delivers straight to your door as long as you use that promo code, Killer Mike in all caps at Mood.com. Get your pre-orders there and get put in the perfect mood today. Q is a man. At Q and Ab are just, man.
Yeah.
Just J-Rock shouts out to.
Yeah.
And those guys have made a
J-Rock.
big, to me, they kept, you know, you're only good as the people you're around. And a lot of times when people congratulate and give it to Kendrick, and it's all well deserved, man, it's like, man, he was around some sharp knives. He couldn't help but be sharp. He couldn't be no sucker.
This is what people, and this is with that whole shit that went down. People think like it's kind of like it's low key. It's kind of the same thing with you, and maybe even Stacks too, because people look at y'all a certain way, but at the end of the day, they're still a nigga from Compton.
Yeah.
Hey man, they don't understand when they think I'm hating. I'm like, he's just a nigga from the West Side. He
Y'all
ain't
can't say that word.
shit,
Bro.
Negro. When I tell you, that's why I'm so happy that this show exists.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna get a peek into the real slime ball, original slime ball from the West Side.
But that's what I'm saying. Like we know, like
he's a lowborn.
like look what he got on the table, right?
Man, debauchery.
You talking about this or this?
All that Grammy and art and all of that, bro, you was a nigga.
Yeah, I am.
And they like
You know what I'm
his
saying? And
ass
I think like it's like barbecue and titties.
He
or like
loves barbecue and titties. That's what he loves. He got it tattooed on his chest. Barbecue and titties.
I just think that when people are hyper creative, like people look at Ye like that, where he's like, oh, he's this savant. He's a nigga.
Yeah.
He do nigga shit all the time.
How important is it because whether they ban us, I don't give a shit. How important is it to remain a nigga? Because you didn't gang bang, you didn't drink, you didn't smoke, you didn't drink, but you was a nigga. You a nigga to the point you gave Bros a 90-minute. Bro, you got 90 minutes.
He a special
Yeah,
kind
we
of
gonna
nigga.
stop it out. Yeah, you ain't an average nigga.
of-
Yeah, but
Special
you
kind of
damn
nigga.
near like a pimp. And that you don't
Oh,
tolerate
you
no
pimp
fuck
nigga.
shit.
You
I
a pimp
don't.
nigga.
I don't enjoy the long drawn out like rigmarole of playing. I don't play the game.
Yes.
But what it hinders me in my business too, because I don't know how to go in a corporate boardroom with somebody, sit across from a white person and say, hey, so like we would like to know what you're offering. And I'm like, hey, bro, look, this is what I'm looking for, and this is what I got.
Cut and dry.
So can you match this, or are you willing to go higher? Or like, and I show my cards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Charlamagne told me, you don't want to not playing the game. You got to play the game. I don't want to play no games with anyone. I play Call of Duty. I play chess. You know what I'm saying?
I like the fact that it's easy like that with people.
Yeah, it's
like
very simple.
Yeah,
And
I had to do a contract this morning. I literally called my partner like, hey, I was like, this is what my lawyer gonna send back. I added this to it because I can't do the other thing. I'm not trying to I'm not trying to do a war. We know our lawyers both gonna show each other's dick who got the biggest dick. And I simply want to keep working with my bro. So what we need to do to do this, me and my bro worked that shit out. And the lawyers had to remember, the lawyers work for y'all. Don't fuck up a relationship.
That's it,
based
bro.
on letting other people's ego get in the way. So we need more real niggas.
But also, again, it works against you because you go in transparent and everybody else is not delivering the same way. And it's just, it's to me, it's counterproductive.
Yeah. What is Los Angeles 10 years ago versus now in terms of, because you guys are producing amazing talent, you guys produce culture, but it seems that gentrification, it seems that some things not getting acknowledged musically, but you go hard.
Yeah. So 10 years ago, it looked very different. Things were just getting gentrified as far as what people look at as gentrified.
Yeah.
There's still being economic developments happening all over the place. But right now, people are being forced out because it's too expensive to live.
Yeah.
This nigga Elon Musk left. And he got all the money. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't lying. I saw Rogan left. Rogan went to Austin.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, what's happening now is the white flight happened back in the day. I was just explaining.
Because I didn't know Compton was white. Fucking
Compton
Kevin.
and Watts.
Yeah, I did not know that.
It was all Caucasian. I got this book called The Color of Law. It talks about economic redlining and stuff like that.
The Color of Law?
It's called The Color of Law. It's a really good book about social economics and real estate redlining and whatnot.
Gotcha.
But back in the day, before white flight was a thing, it was industrial. That's where the ghettos and the projects came from because the wars. So they built these projects to house the workers for industrial revolution, right?
Georgia Tech was the first project. It was like that down here.
Bam. Same thing across the country, right?
Yep.
After the war ended, everything kind of went back to, you got all these people coagulated in this one centralized area, right? And then real estate people, the Caucasians, came up with an idea. Hey, suburbia, I'm gonna sell you a white picket fence and some land, and you have put some grass and a dog. And then they started to sell you this idea that this property over here is more valuable than this property over here. So white flight became a thing. And then that's how the niggas and the Mexicans took over the hoods, right? What's happening now is the opposite.
Yeah.
And that started with, I guess it kind of low-key started with the Staples Center.
Yeah.
Because we had the Forum where everybody would go, right? The Lakers and all that.
Inglewood.
And then it started in downtown LA because they thought downtown LA was going to be the shit.
Yeah.
Oh boy, Bomber, Steve Ballmer. I think he owns the Clippers, right?
I was about to say the Clippers owner, right?
He had a different idea. He like, I'm finna make Inglewood the shit. So then he partnered with them and then and then he built the Intuit Dome, and then you got the SoFi Stadium, and then now Inglewood is kind of like the hub of the shit. So all those that primarily black residential area is now it's too much. It costs too much. So I think what's happening now is what people are seeing is that it's just too expensive to live where we exist.
Yeah.
And low-key, LA we don't have a lot of black people anyway.
Yeah, it's down to what, 7%?
7%.
Black net? That's scary.
7 senior
7,
citizens
yes.
to infants.
Yeah, that's scary.
How many
That's
men?
scary. There was that's the dominant. That's
So
dominant
I look at radio demographics. I come from radio. I'm in radio. So it's 80% Mexican, 7% black. That's
how
what
many
demo
whites?
is.
So that's still a 10%.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
They got the capital though, in terms of those
But
buildings.
also, I think it's a cultural thing too, because niggas is the one who push your kids out. My Mexican homies, it be 32 people living in a 4-bedroom.
Yeah. So
And,
yeah.
and stacking their bread up. They buy the next house.
Next house.
16 people moving into that house. Then they buy the next one. 8 people moving into.
So that's not a stereotype.
Hell no.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. Everything's a stereotype.
Yeah.
But it's economic.
But it's
so.
economics, and they understand it. We be like, man, I need my own room.
And you only use one room. The rest of the house just be wide open when you
Yeah. I just think I don't know. It's
what could blacks learn from Mexicans?
how to work together and how to get on
Cooperation, collaboration.
Bro, I don't know what it is. You know how all the Mexicans I know on the east side, most of the Mexicans I came up with, they moved just like them black people moved on that river walk that one day.
Yeah, I guess.
That's how they move. It's like you disrespect one, you disrespect all of us.
Yeah. Shouts out to Kid Frost, man. Viva La Raza. I remember that song when I was a kid. I had to go look up what Viva La Raza means. Shouts out to Kid
But
Frost.
I don't believe in that divide. Like, I know it comes from the prison systems and I get it, but I've been pushing the black and brown agenda since I had a platform.
Yeah,
For 20 years, I've been pushing this. And people try to make it like, oh, this, that, like, we don't fuck with them. It's like, no, bro, we are literally in the same conditions, in the same fight.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And have the same masters.
And have the same masters.
I definitely having people from LA come out here, and when they see, people that I've been around, and they see Mexicans like, y'all fuck with Mexicans?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? Yeah, we fuck with, we going to their restaurants, we kicking
Like
it. They live
motherfucker.
right there,
Yeah.
you know, but there's a different dynamic, especially I guess with the, maybe the street shit with the Mexicans and the blacks. And I really wasn't familiar with that deep rooted.
In Houston, they really locked in.
I didn't think they was locked in LA at all like that.
There's certain pockets of it, but in LA, it's also, LA is unlike any other place in the world. Like, even like Glass's hood, right?
Yeah.
In his hood,
7th Street.
Yep. In his hood, you got his hood, but then the Mexicans faction of his hood share the same hood, but they run their own program.
Yeah.
So it's like it's confusing if you're not familiar with how it works or whatever. So
What Glasses? Where my man at?
Shouts out, man, my bro, man. How is LA different if black and brown truly ever unite? Because we understand the capital is still white.
Oh, we'll take it over. We'll take it over.
Easy.
It wouldn't even be because you don't. First of all, there's more Mexicans than everything else.
Yeah.
Let's back up.
Well, California was Mexico.
They stole it from them.
Yeah, I understand.
The Spaniards and the Caucasians pulled up and was like, "This our shit." Laid everybody down, took it, and was like, "What you gonna do about it?" And then sold it back to them, piece by piece. And then like I don't.
Well, like our former mayor said, "What the fuck you gonna do about it?" Yeah, they really got.
I think if we were to be able to unite, not even economically. I know people focus on the economics.
Yeah,
you have to start with the mentality.
So social integration among
we have to unite here.
Yeah.
Send the thought.
Once we unite here, everything else will be easy.
Yeah.
Because then it won't be emotion, it won't be pride, it won't be bravado, it won't be revenge, it won't be hate. Yeah. It'll just be everybody's marching to the beat of the same drum because we're thinking clearly and alike. That's what we got to do. Think on.
That's probably the hardest part, changing the way a person thinks. Yeah,
can I pivot away from socio and economics and political stuff into some rap stuff?
Yeah.
Because Premier starts at BET Cyphers. You continue to BET Cyphers.
That was crazy.
Talk to me about it, and what's some of your favorites, or what's some stories we might not have heard, or give me some of that BET Cypher information, man. I'm ready to hear.
Shout out to Jesse Collins Entertainment.
Shouts out.
The giant. Man, I'm a fan of rap.
Yeah.
And I watched the BET ciphers just like everybody. I watched the TDE cipher. I watched Royce, High Rihanna, the Slaughterhouse recite. Like, so I'm like, I'm a fan of this shit. And then they were like, they ended. I hosted the first season of Rhythm and Flow on Netflix. And then after that, they were like, yo, would you like to be a part of the BET Awards? And I'm like, the Hip Hop Awards. And I'm like, hell yeah. How? Like, well, Premier, he's not doing the ciphers anymore. Would you be down to come on and DJ the ciphers? That's a yes.
Absolutely.
It's Primo.
Did it take that long?
No. I'm like, yes, I want to do that. Like, yes, I like it'd be an honor. So I actually tried to reach out to Primo because it's just I'm a DJ. Like my introduction to the culture is I'm not one of these niggas who sit on their stream talking about they a DJ. Like
you really are a DJ.
I actually can rock a party, a crowd, like I can do whatever. So I'm like, I'm a DJ. You know what I mean? So my thing is, yes, I want to do it. Number one. Number two, when do we do it? When do we start?
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna start this. Whoop. And then it became like more of a TV production where it's like you have a call time and then whoop, and then you go through the motions or whatever. But for me, the culture shock of it was not having input on. They build the ciphers and you show up and you figure out who's in the cipher.
Gotcha.
I'm thinking Primo's putting these ciphers together,
right?
Because I'm a DJ. I'm thinking DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. I don't know if you hip hop niggas know this, but the DJ came first in hip hop at one point.
First.
Anyway,
Eric B. and Rakim.
Yeah, the DJ came first at one point. Anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like, I want to curate these experiences. And it was like, hey, slow down, little nigga. We got it. You know what I'm saying? And then I was like, all right, I'm going to play my role. I'm Derek Fisher. Cool. Not tripping. But one thing that did happen where we're doing the cipher and who was doing it? I think it was Mexican OT.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I think it was that Mexican OT. He was doing it, and I was so impressed because he came in there, his shirt off and shit. I'm like, who is this nigga? Like, and he got the rap, and I'm like, oh, this nigga's hard.
Going.
Like, I fuck with him, and that was my first time meeting him, and so that was a great experience. The other one was when we had the ladies step up. The ladies used to smash the dudes, bro.
Yeah. They
were going crazy, you know, and I'm a fan of rap, but not many women get those looks. Now we got a surgeons.
Yeah.
Now it's every girl is outside rapping.
Yeah.
But when I started on the ciphers years ago, it wasn't like that. You got 1, 2, 3 looks from a girl a year. You know what I'm saying? So that was a big thing for me, is like incorporating the women into it.
That's dope. Some of my favorite rappers, just not female, just rappers, Nikki, just Jesus Christ, she just can rap.
Yeah.
Just me underrated and not mentioned enough, Lotto. She just can rap. Lotto is like to me the best of Tip, Jeezy, Gucci, and Shallow in one human being. And I'm just like, this little motherfucker be going. You know what I mean? So shouts out to the ladies. There's a lot of ladies out there that just rapping their ass off.
Swift?
I was gonna say, what about Sexy Red?
I like Red. Red like a female Gucci to me. She carries a certain energy that you need. In my opinion,
Glorilla.
You need Glorilla. You need a certain slum in rap. Like rap. It's like what soul music was. What you need a certain slum aspect to rap. You just need it. Like Coolio wasn't the illest rapper, but that motherfucker put on performances on record that you needed. She's like, who do you?
Like Clarence Carter. Like we need.
I get you need that. I absolutely believe you need Sexy Red. You know,
I like Glow. I like
Glow.
I like. You know why I like Glow is because she's authentically her, and when I'm listening to her rap, I know she's from Memphis.
Everybody's little
got better
sister.
and better too.
Everybody's little cousin. And to me, she vindicates the style that Gangsta Boo never got properly accredited for.
I agree with that.
Like Boo was one of the greatest, and for so many years
Shouts out to Lola
was
Mae.
overlooked. Yeah, shouts out to Lola. God bless her dead. She should have got that while she was here.
But you know what I miss
and
about?
Glover went to her funeral. Shouts out to Glover. My wife and I were at the funeral.
What about Cardi?
I fuck with Cardi. Cardi got it. I don't always with Cardi, I don't always get the records because so many of them be like anti her nigga at the time. So it just be like, I can only hear about 2 times, boy. I'd be like,
oh, she gonna let you know how she feels.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'd be like, damn, man, my bitch feel like this about me. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't get sometimes as much replay back. I'm just like, man, I don't want to hear you outside fucking another nigga, man. My bitch might be outside, but I get it. You know what I mean?
One thing I get from the ladies more than I get from the men.
Rhapsody be rapping her ass.
Rap is God MC. One thing I get from the ladies that I don't get from the men, and I've been saying, somebody just said it. Who's getting credit? Metro Boomin just said it recently, but I've been saying this for 7-8 years now. Regional rap,
it needs to be back.
I've been saying this for literally almost 10 years, bro. Because when I listen to Glow, I know what Memphis sound like. I know Memphis slang. When I listen to Gangsta Boo, when I listen to
Sexy Red, you hear in North St. Louis. You
when I want to know culturally what's going on.
Where you at?
When I hear Pluto, I want to know what's going on over here.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't like everybody sounding the same.
Absolutely, I agree.
Because how I get put up on slang, lingo, culture, food spots, where not to go, what to wear, what hat, like it's through culture.
Absolutely.
And you expressing Atlanta culture, you expressing Memphis culture, you expressing, I know Cardi B's from the Bronx.
Absolutely.
Every time she raps.
Absolutely.
I'm from College Park, by the way. I'm not from Atlanta.
No, he's not from Atlanta.
He's not Atlanta.
Yeah, he's not Atlanta.
It's not Atlanta.
Shout out Amretta.
Shouts out CP.
Shout out Amretta.
Let me ask you, I want to get a couple of these. I want you to talk about, because you do some good stuff in the community.
Yeah.
And you're community minded. And I didn't understand. Again, like you said, you live squared off. I didn't get that at first. I just thought, man, this nigga one of the coolest, hard. He don't get feel number. I thought you was like a king of a gang or set or something. But you
I mean, you could call it that.
You do a lot for and in your community.
Yeah.
And a lot of times the LA folks don't get accredited with that. Can you talk about some of the stuff that's going on in LA that's not hyper violent, that's not based on the contingency of how real and stuff you are? Because I think that needs to be shined upon, because LA is a hell of a place that people are doing good work. People like Blue, people like Skip, I see you doing a lot of good work out there. Could you talk about some of the work you're doing?
So I have a nonprofit organization. It's called Put Your Foot on the Board. The reason why it's called that is I used to skateboard in high school. Yeah. And my nigga Wayne used to tell me I'm scared and I was scared to fall. So every time I flip the board, do a kick flip, 360 flip, whatever, I'm a skater too. Every time I do a trick, I'll be scared to put my foot on the board. You put your foot on the board and you can't be scared to fall. Yeah. And so I took that as a metaphor since I was 16. Like, don't be afraid to fall. So that's my nonprofit. It's called a 501(c) called Put Your Foot on the Board. Let's do it. I'm the chairman of the board. I'm the chairman of the board for the Boys and Girls Club of Metro Los Angeles Media Advisory Council. Yeah. So Boys and Girls Club, we got 4 clubs fully. They got in the Willowbrook Club, the one in Watts. There's a full recording studio in there for the kids to use. That's so dope. Shout out to Sony. A bunch of shout out to Kim Washington and Patrick Mahoney, who's the CEO of the Boys and Girls Club, Metro LA. They just wanted something different. And when I went in there, you would never see me not look like this. Yeah. I go to weddings, I look like this.
In the hoodie and hat.
That's what I do. I'll go in the Boys and Girls Club and they're like, no, we need somebody like you because you speak their language. Yeah. They look at you and they see themselves. Yeah. So shout out to the Boys and Girls Club, Metro LA. I work with Will.i.am. Yeah. I'm the music curation lead for Will.i.am.
His studio looks like a spaceship.
Yes. It's called FYI. It's the FYI campus. So I work for FYI. I'm the lead programmer for all the radio stations on his network. And we do a lot of community. We have a thing every Thursday called Culture Fires. Shout out to Julie Pilot and the whole community team, where we bring a bunch of creatives in. I have launched a new show for creatives called Honest Feedback, where I let any and everybody, if you're an up and coming artist and you want critique on your music, you want input, insight, want some game or connection. Yeah. I have a show built for that. It's coming out in the next couple of weeks on FYI. So
shouts out to you and Gina Views. I think you guys have an amazing guy-girl dynamic in your show.
That's my little sis. Yeah.
Shouts out to Kendrick for shouting me out when others had not and would not, and now you niggas is in trouble. I appreciate that, Kendrick. I'm on these niggas' ass now.
You ain't mad, is your boy?
And boy, like my man Hed said,
Dot do everything intentional. Yeah,
he don't do nothing without intention. I appreciate it, and I gotta give shouts out to this guy because I know the last few years they don't say his name enough, but The Game. Man, the Game is one of the hardest in the world. And I just got to say, man, I know you don't get your props these days. I don't know what it's about, but I got to salute you. And on some real nigga shit, I remember Vibe magazine back in the days. It was Vibe or XXL. They was like, who do you know? Who's in your phone? And it was like them. and like Juicy J, Paul and stuff. And he was like, call and tell you just your car just broke down and stuff. He was on his way to buy a new car. And I said, man, I'm somewhere in fucking Compton, man. My car just broke down. And he was like, hey, nigga, stay in the fucking car. I'm about to turn around. He was telling whoever was in the car to turn around and come get me. I said, nah, it's a practical joke. But I gotta say, man, just like when there are certain people who you listen to put you in the mood to say, oh, I gotta rap. And those first 2 Game albums and beyond, but Game, those first 2, man, I just had to give you your props. I couldn't be talking to someone for Los Angeles and not do that. But Hed, thank you. I'm gonna take your advice. I'm gonna whoop these niggas' ass on these lyrics as I'm supposed to.
Nobody gonna give it to you, bro. You gonna have to
take it.
Yeah, I want to take a second to applaud your efforts in the community and what you do for the kids. Yeah, that's dope, man. I appreciate that.
Dope shit, man.
And we gotta acknowledge what's the guy name from Compton? He's sitting somewhere in here. What's his name? Motown.
Oh yeah, shouts out to Mo.
We'll acknowledge guy.
Mo from Compton.
Yeah, that mother. Yeah.
Shouts out to Mo, man.
Yeah.
LA, thank you for y'all contributing to me, to hip hop.
Snoop.
We appreciate y'all, big homie. Big
I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you, for allowing me to be a part of this.
Yep.
And I think it's important.
Let's conversate more, not less, man. Anytime you're in Atlanta, you want to pull up, just got shit to say.
Let's kick it. He want to take you to the Blue Flame anyway.
Took Vlad to the Blue Flame.
Bro, I don't
like
another fun fact, I don't like strip clubs.
Nah, you're like the Blue Flame. You ain't never been in no strip club. You ain't been in a strip club in Atlanta?
I don't like to be teased and sent home.
Nigga, I said we on the strip club. Hey, love and respect, man. Give us some down. Don't leave me hanging, man. Love.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we going to the club. We going to the Flame.
You might not get teased.
Yo, you eat some wings, right?
It's crazy.
My name's Michael Render. They call me Killer Mike. And this is Conversate. I just want to conversate. I just want to conversate, which I want to convert. Conversate's not a real word, but I encourage questioning. I want to encourage thought. I want to conversate. I want to have discussions with people that I may not agree with or that I may not understand and try to gain perspective. I think we all should be doing that. We all should be in talk. We all should be in a constant state of talking, because that's what precedes organizing and mobilizing and revolutionizing and changing things. I believe in the power of conversation. I believe in Conversate. So I'm here to talk. I'm here to talk, and I'm here to listen and learn. And I'm here to have people impress upon me different ways and thoughts and mentality. I believe in conversation. I believe in jive, talking, and rapping. What they used to call it. I'm a rapper. I'm rapping. But before rappers were rapping over beats for money, I want to exchange some respect with one another. So we're gonna conversate. We're gonna check it out. Yeah. Conversate with Killer Mike. Hey y'all got a question for my crew? You want to talk to me, Bear, Swift, or anybody and ask them something? I want you to come check us out at conversatewithkillermike@gmail.com. Send your questions in, send your thoughts and concerns, and we're going to make sure we get them up online where it'll be discussed, talked about, and hey, we even might invite you on the show. Let's conversate.